Hello, guys. So, Mercury Retrograde has officially begun. This is February 26th all the way till March 20th. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you a different way to look at Mercury Retrogrades, okay? We're going to look at it from a different point where a lot of people don't look at it. They think of it as a time of an inconvenience in the astrology, but from my recollection and from my time during retrogrades, they're actually a very bountiful time. They're very beautiful if you move with the energy right. I know it can be intimidating, but I'm going to ask you to look at it as something different, of a tune-in time for your soul. Because retrogrades are not just about glitches and travel and things like that nature. It's a tune-in point. It's a checkpoint. It's checkpoints from the universe allowing you to recalibrate your energy, recalibrate your timeline, and set it to in a direction where you want it to go. By slowing down, you speed up tremendously. It's great times to do less and make a lot more. And that has been my experience in retrogrades. It's just move with the currents. You want to move downhill, downstream, not upstream. You want to move with the currents. And then you can find that things just miraculously appear to you. Things pop up in the most harmonious, beautiful ways that you could not have done if you were doing a lot of effort during the retrogrades. I see crypto go crazy during retrogrades, and it's part of the Mercury of the air and that energy of anything technology. So that's why a lot of times they do go really through the roof, and it's a great time for that. But let's focus on the main thing I want to focus on here is soul contracts. A lot of soul contracts come back around during a Mercury retrograde. But what people don't realize is these are contracts during this present life that you live in now and also past lives for people that you have not met in this life yet, but you've had many past life adventures together. They show up during retrogrades. Now, I know people are generally saying don't get a new car, don't do contracts, but you have to come from the point of what you're trying to bring in. Is this for your next level? Because if it's for your next level, as long as you dot your I's and cross your T's, you can absolutely do it. If you are looking for a new car, not from a vanity matrix, but from the point that this is going to take you from point A to B, maybe a new job, maybe a new career point, is just going to help you level up. And it's not a something that's just going to be taking money out your pocket each month with no return. There's a reason why you're buying this. It's an energy. Then you can absolutely do it. Where the past life contract comes in is that person that you're going to go get that car loan from, maybe perhaps you're not in the best financial position, but this person has a past soul contract with you. And during during the retrograde season, the Mercury retrograde season, this is your perfect time where you guys agree to meet up for them to approve your loan. Magic happens during the retrogrades. I like you to look at it as completely different than how you probably are used to with the fear mongering. I don't like that energy because I've thrived during retrogrades. You just slow your energy down and things line up and soul contracts come in. The most harmonious soul contracts can come in during that season. And sometimes they're just for the retrograde season, because if you think back, there's times you've met amazing people during those times and you may not see them again. That's because of those past life soul contract arrangements. And soul contracts are just contracts that we have with other souls that we made before incarnation. And we've made these contracts to show up at particular times. And particular times that they activate a lot in the collective is during the Mercury retrograde. I don't even know what this Mercury retrograde is in. It doesn't matter. The energy is usually around the same, especially since we're already in a universal year one. And this is a fire horse year as well. So you have to just move with the energies and still go forward. You can't have the fire horse here and a year one, which is all about forward movement and speed, and then say for 3 weeks you do nothing. No, you just do less. If you're a business owner and you do prospecting and you prospect 10 clients a day, slow it down to 5. That's all you need, and it'll be aligned really easily. If you're used to doing 5 prospects, slow it down to 1. And you're going to see that things come along easier. If you're at work and they want you to hit a certain quota, instead of running around like, oh, I have to do a lot now. No, just slow your energy now. And it's going to align a lot quicker. And that soul contract you have with your boss or whoever, your new clients, you're going to meet a lot of them during these retrograde season. It's a great time for business owners to meet new clients that you have old past soul contracts with that are now harmoniously lining up with you at this time. Soul contracts are what you like to work with during a retrograde, okay? Instead of all of the tests, like, because the tests can come up where someone from your past, maybe an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, comes along during a time when you are feeling amazing and you're just really not thinking about that person anymore. You've moved on. But this contract comes back as a test to see how far you've grown. So this time, what they used to get away with saying to you, they cannot during the season. You say no, you have boundaries, you have value now, which is something that the Mercury retrograde will test you with the soul contracts. So what they used to get away with, they don't. So that's how you know your soul has grown. Decided to take the glasses off for the rest of the video. Now, retrogrades are going to ask you to reevaluate some of these soul contracts. You may have a soul contract that comes back in from a past that didn't end so well. And I don't mean a past life, but in this life, like maybe a falling out with a friend, and they come back around in new, fresher energy because you've changed on the inside. So this contract comes along to say, okay, these are renegotiated. Things are a little bit different. This person's seeing my point of view, and this contract I allow back in. So use this as a beautiful time to slow down. If you're in business, a beautiful time to connect with new clients. I've always get a nice influx of clients, new clients during retrogrades, and that's because I purposely slow down. So if I'm doing prospecting of like 20 people a day, I slow it down to like 5. I do a lot less, and I also receive a lot more. And because the energy is just profoundly like that, I feel like doing less instead of doing so much more. And it doesn't mean that I'm like a slug about stuff. I just don't feel the need to go super fast. And especially since this is a fire horse year and a year one, which is all about speed movement, as long as you move into that direction, nice, take your time. You got to run into it. You could walk into it. Think of it just walking into that energy. You're going to see that, hey, things line up quicker. Your intuition is more clearer. Mercury, your mind is able to think more clear because you're slowing down, but you're speeding up at the same time. You're just doing it a lot more cohesively. If you're looking for a new job, instead of sending out 10 resumes, send out 5. Slow it down, and the right person will link up with you. That's going to activate that soul contract. Like I said, soul contracts are activated during this time. Things just miraculously, magically happen in the universe and in a quantum field because you're in alignment. You're in alignment. So make sure you're coming from a place of your strength, your present moment, because as the past comes back, to see if you're still in alignment with it, you can purposely say, no, it's not your time anymore. This relationship doesn't work for me. I'm in this energy. And then more soul contracts come in from past, present, and future. So just honor them. Don't look at it as an inconvenience. Look at it as magic happening right now. Magic. The right people come at the right time right now. So I look at it as, yay, a retrograde. It's time for me to slow down and get paid more. A time for me to slow down and get more results in my workouts. So instead of running every day, maybe start walking. Instead of hitting it, well, you could still hit the gym, but probably the heavy workouts that you were doing, slow it down during the season, you're going to get more gains. It's just miraculous times. Those people that you weren't communicating the best with, take your attention away from it, slow it down, and all of a sudden they come in with the right communication. That's how you work with the energy of a Mercury retrograde and not against it. Now, guys, if you like to learn more about soul contracts, this is what I have inside of my Spiritual Butterfly Academy. I go down in a whole lecture and a whole workshop session within the academy, and you will see all about soul contracts and deep dive into them even further and even more to know if they're a karmic, if they're going to be in your life for a long time, or what kind of contracts these are. And there's also a There's also a bevy of other information with manifesting with universal laws, energy healing, understanding how to properly use your crystals in your everyday life and what energy to match up with, synchronicities, and how to read the signs that the universe are showing you, and more. All that's inside of my Spiritual Butterfly Academy, where I go live with you guys once a month as well and coach you inside of there. This is for people that are on a spiritual journey and are ready to build their legacy. You're on your spiritual journey, you're trying to figure out what mission you're on, and then once you're on that mission, you can go ahead and start building the foundations to make that mission a reality. And that is what we do inside my Spiritual Butterfly Academy. If you feel like this is in alignment with you, you've slowed down to speed up your spiritual entrepreneurship journey, then that's going to be the place for you. Click the link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to join me here in Stacy's Ascension Academy. This is Stacy, where I help you with spiritual topics, a lot of numerology we do around here, and helping you to assign to your highest timeline. Okay, so hit the bell notification if you like this video. Make sure you press all to get all the notifications of the new videos that I do. All right, ciao.